Well, if I may share a personal story. So my own mom, now she's 94, but she's very sharp. She's a very sharp 94. She's always been a very smart, savvy woman who can see through things. But last year, about a year ago, was actually Christmas of last year. I believe it started out as email, and it might have been one of those involving like Norton Antivirus or some type of antivirus program claiming, oh, your computer's not protected, you didn't pay. And I live in Florida. I wasn't here when this happened, so I don't really fully understand what completely happened, but they got into her head somehow. And the next thing you know, this guy convinced her that she had to pay all this money. Now, initially, they wanted her to pay $30,000. I mean, it's crazy when I even think about it that they had her so emotionally manipulated that she would even consider doing this because she's a very smart woman, as I said. And what's terrifying is this whole scene unfolded by her meeting some thug out in her driveway. And thank God, I mean, she only gave him $6,000. I say only, I mean, $6,000 is a lot of money for her. It could have been 30,000. So for some reason, she gave him 6,000. And anyway, we ended up calling the police and they said, "Oh my God, you guys have no idea. We deal with this every single day. They've moved on to someone else. We're pretty confident that she's safe, but I think they did send somebody over to like sit outside for a while in the police car outside of her house. And it was terrifying. And we ended up getting her reimbursed through Pennsylvania has like a department for victims of crimes like this. So she eventually got the money, but it took 6 months. But I mean, it was just terrifying. And to me, it seems like there's a whole psychology behind this. So can you speak to that a little bit, Mark?
Sure. You know what makes a good salesperson? Because in the end, you're selling your scam to the victim. That's what you're doing. You're selling. So what sells? Fear and greed. And that's what they go after. So they'll scare you in some way to make you conform to whatever they're asking for, or they use greed. Hey, if you give me 100, you'll get 1,000. That type of concept. And so when they're very skilled at people, and so once they get you on the hook, once you click that link, once you open that application, once you connect to them, and they can verbally talk to you, then it's a lot easier to scare you because now you get the sense of the person. This person's elderly, it's a man or it's a woman, and all those little details they pick up as they're communicating with you. That's what forms the strategy. So they'll go after fear. Oh my God, your child is arrested and you have to give me $10,000. Oh my God, your computer's compromising your bank account, and you're going to lose everything, and you owe taxes, and you have to pay $6,000 right now. In fact, it's so urgent. I'm going to send my representative over to collect the money. So I mean, there's so many ways and different angles that they go after, and all depends on the person and how successful. That's why I always say, don't click. You send me an email with attachment, I'm not going to click it. I'm just not, even if I think it may be legit or not. I don't do that. I don't click on links. I don't open attachments. I don't do any of those things. The Norton scam you reference comes in two ways. One is by email, right? They send you an email, but they also do web pop-ups. Google Chrome has a notification feature that's on by default, and you can send pop-ups that say bah, bah. They have a horn and everything else that makes it really obnoxious, and the notification won't go away, and it covers 3/4 of your screen, and it says your computer's compromised because you didn't renew Norton. And that's probably how your mother got initiated. Call
Yes.
this 800 number and you're transferred over to Pakistan or India or some other call center, where his name is George, and he
Yeah.
then begins the conversation, right? Again, it's all dependent on the type of scam, who the criminal actors are. But remember, as I've said often, you don't need a gun anymore to rob somebody. You need a keyboard and a mouse and a good story. And so it's just sales. If you break it down simple like that, and you understand that they're trying to sell you, it's like you have your guard up when you go into the, I don't know, mattress. I don't know if you've ever shopped for a mattress, but as soon as you
Mhm.
walk in the showroom, they jump all over you, right? And
Yes.
they inform you. Well, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
So if you have your guard up when you're doing that, have your guard up on the internet all the time,
Yes.
all the time. And don't answer the phone. Don't communicate with them. You get pop-ups like that. Restart your computer. It'll make the notification go away if you can't do anything else and get rid of it. There's a way to do it by opening up your task manager and right-clicking on Chrome and end task. That's complex, right? Most people don't know how to do that. So restarting your computer would simply do it